Planning for the future is something millions of us are used to. Whether it's family planning, preparing for college, retirement dreams, even estate planning, mapping out a course for our lives has become all too common these days. But there is a phase of life that is often overlooked. The need to prepare for aging in place in the comfort of our homes is something many of us don't consider. Then, as elders, we are faced with the challenges of aging physically.
As a person ages, the activities of daily living that they are used to doing all their lives, bathing, dressing, toileting, eating, that's something that you're used to. While they're in a gradual decline, they actually may not recognize that they need help.
The obstacles are, first of all, acceptance in terms of willingness to admit that, yes, I've been an adult for 60 years, and I'm still an adult, I'm still a grown-up, but I'm having some troubles just with normal activities of daily living. That's probably the first and sometimes the most serious challenge that we face.
In-home care is often the best way to handle a loved one's gradual decline. However, the cost associated with it is something many people don't plan for. As a result, a spouse or child often becomes the caregiver. But this raises a separate set of issues. Family caregivers often neglect their own well-being in order to properly take care of their loved ones. In fact, studies show that more than 60% of all family caregivers die before the person for whom they are providing care.
Well, family caregivers are themselves usually adults. They have jobs, careers, they have hobbies, they have crafts, they have friends. And as they begin to focus more and more on caregiving for the loved one, that social activity, that network of activity begins to shrink. The second challenge is that they become often so focused on being the family caregiver that they feel they're the only ones that can provide the necessary love and care, and they are unable to accept respite support from church, from communities, from professional home care agencies, and so on.
But for the families who have prepared and planned for in-home care, the help is invaluable.
I have to have help getting out of my wheelchair, going to the toilet, getting into bed. I can't do it on my own, so I have to have somebody to assist me.
Having help at home means that I can get out away from the 24/7 care that I'm giving and take time for myself, a time to refresh, a time to just breathe. And it's nice knowing that there are people out there that will come in and take as good a care as you would.
While help may be hard for any of us to accept, planning for it may make entering our golden years a little easier for everyone.
My father had a minor stroke in his early 90s, and my mom was the family caregiver for my father. And we all saw as children the toll on her own health as a family caregiver. She subsequently had hypertension and diabetes all developed in the 2 years that she took care of my father. So we really recognized that the need for having good professional caregivers to provide the additional assistance to a family is so important.
In the case of my parents, who lived up in Oregon with close to my two sisters, they began to need care. Now, my sisters were there as family caregivers, which was great, but they needed more than that. And we began to look for home care agencies that could provide high quality, high integrity support for my parents in addition to my sisters. The difficulty in finding that level of quality and integrity that we wanted, insisted upon for my parents, was a major driver in us looking to change careers from high tech to a human service, specifically home care.
Serving the greater Sacramento area, Support for Home provides dependable and quality in-home assistance for those who need it most. Whether it's helping an elder with activities of daily living or assisting a chronically ill client, Support for Home employs highly experienced certified home health aides and certified nurse assistants as personal caregivers.
We provide services in the 4 main areas: homemaker services like housekeeping, cooking, cleaning, concierge services, they cannot drive anymore. We drive them to doctor's appointment, grocery shopping. Companion care, we may take them out for a walk, we may keep them engaged. Anything to brighten their lives. And then the personal care piece, the most intimate part, bathing, dressing, toileting, incontinence care, eating.
In order to help you and your family plan for this stage of life, the founders of Support for Home have created an advanced living directive tool that can help you determine the type of care you'll need when the time comes.
We believe very strongly that it is critically important to help families identify true needs for home care versus what they may believe or what they want initially. So that may be that they perceive, I just need a little bit of companion care for my dad. Whereas the real need is, there are issues with toileting, there are issues with safety, home safety, maybe grab bars in the bathroom. There are all kinds of issues that need to be explored, and our job is to turn on the light bulb with that family to expose the real needs.
Support for Home's dedication to these families reaches far beyond what happens here by creating a culture that focuses on industry cooperation instead of competition.
Flowers for Seniors is a cooperative effort between a lot of businesses in the healthcare industry and not in the healthcare industry, bringing flowers to seniors in skilled nursing facilities, assisted livings, adult day healths to brighten their day, make their day happy. How it helps businesses, this is a very interesting idea. In the cooperative effort with about 5 businesses per session of getting flowers to seniors, they get together to do this and they talk about how they can work together while they're getting the flowers to the seniors to create lasting relationships in the industry. Our mission is to bring hope to the seniors receiving the flowers and the businesses participating in donating the flowers to the seniors.
Support for Home I found to be a blessing. When my wife had to go over to Hawaii to visit our children and the birth of our grandchildren, Support for Home was exactly that, support at home. They treat me like my wife would treat me, in a loving, caring way.
It gives me such peace of mind to know that Support for Home will send staff who are caring and loving and will take care of my loved one the way I would do it if I was here. And that it makes me at peace when I'm away.
Support for Home offers uncompromising care while helping you maintain independence and peace of mind. To learn more about our services, visit us online or call the number on your screen.